Welcome to Sector 7. Thank you to Pillar Technologies and for giving us the space today. It's our first time here, so we're kind of working through some kinks, and live stream's always real fun. So thanks for Ben Schmidt for the delicious brisket and chicken nachos, and thank you Pillar very much for the pizza and the beer. So Sector 7. Hey. This is an unrated, somewhat vulgar at times, little gathering, right? So if you're easily offended, well, then someone's probably going to hack your computer. So, don't be easily offended. So we do a monthly transparency report every time. So the space, so this is, like I said, our first time here, moving over from Gravitate. Gravitate actually was costing us $40 every meeting. So one of the big reasons why we wanted to move over to this space was to eliminate that cost. So done. The other cost that we had was beer, right? We were paying for that out of pocket. And so Pillar does that for us too. So done, right? These things are getting cheap, we're getting good at this. And then Ben, for the food, thank you. I don't know how long you spent on that brisket, man. How long was that?
Got up at 3 in the morning.
3 in the morning, holy shit.
Done about 11.
That's crazy.
Kept it hot.
That's awesome. Good job, man. And then the Forge, obviously, or Pillar Technology. What do I call you guys? The Forge?
Pillar Technology.
Okay. Hey, I think live streaming's working. Sweet. Sorry that took real long. This is our third or fourth time trying to do this, and maybe the second time that it's worked. So I don't know. We're YouTube noobs. So the website. So I talked I don't know, maybe 3 months ago about how I sucked at doing our website, and it was really low on Google. So Des Moines Information Security Meetup, we were 8th on the list, which I don't know how to make it better, right? So somehow though, it did get a little bit better. We're actually getting out there a little bit. So you can see the meetup webpage is listed out there. It's got the right location. Nailed it. Thanks, Tom. We're moving up on the list. We're 4th now, so that's good. And then even Pillar Technology, we show up down there too. So I don't know, I just thought that was kind of cool. So the other thing is that so SecDSM, I've totally opened this up. If you guys go to bitbucket.org/SecDSM, you'll see a website files repository. So the whole idea here is that you guys will be able to update the website yourselves. It's pretty awesome. We made it really easy. Big props out to Nicholas Starke for helping out with this. So there's a JSON file, data.json, because we're geeks, we don't know what to call things. And so you edit this, right? So you can add an event, you can add a talk, you can use it, right? So really the only thing that you need to modify, unless you want to change the way the web page looks, is the data.json file. And then it will automatically push. There's some directions out there. They're not very good because I just finished that shit up today. So, but you can do it, right? It will be yours. And with that, I'm done doing the website, guys. I'm not gonna update it. So, November schedule isn't on there. Someone needs to go figure this shit out and put a November schedule on there, right? I'm done adding events. You guys gotta do it, right? Make this yours. I'm done. Because I suck at it. So, Security Des Moines Inc. We're a real thing now. So, SecDSM, we haven't filed our doing business as fictitious name kind of a thing. But, we're a real thing. This is a lot of work. Total tax write-off for your donations, you bet, right? Business crap. You guys don't care. But yeah, I thought it was kind of cool. Which also means that we get a lot of free stuff, by the way. I didn't know that. I'm kind of curious how I can get a nonprofit for my personal life. But Atlassian, they were sweet about it. 2-hour turnaround time, I got every product from Atlassian free. That's cool. So, with this change to this location, we're also going to start meeting on the 3rd Thursday, starting in November. So, big change. No longer the 2nd Thursday, 3rd Thursday, okay? So we're going to meet on the 17th, SecDSM. What this means, though, is that SecDSM drink night, which was always on the third Wednesday, is now right before. So now it's SecDSM drink night and then SecDSM Wednesday and Thursday, okay? So for those that don't know, SecDSM drink night is actually a Optiv sponsored networking event at Wellman's, and that's kind of like where the roots of SecDSM started was, us getting there, drinking for free, eating for free, and we wanted that educational element. So, that little meetup has a nice little spot in my heart. But yeah, let's take that place over and SecDSM drink night it up. I mean, it's literally free alcohol and food, guys. You can't get better than that. And it's right before SecDSM. So with that, buy a shirt. We got shirts, we got polos, we got hats. I don't know where Ryan's at anymore, but Ryan's kind of running gung-ho with that. Oh, thanks, man. No, he's not running gung-ho. So the only problem that we have, though, is that the treasurer, I don't think has set up any way for us to accept money aside from cash yet. So we're working on that.
Wouldn't it be great if there was some way we could do that?
Yeah.
With
So,
Dwella coin.
yeah, we do accept Dwella coin, which is a new cryptocurrency being created by SecDSM just to play on Dwella. But so right now we're cash only, but we'll fix that at least by the next time that we get here. We'll be like credit card, Square. We'll do something else. If you talk to Ryan politely, he might even accept SecKC coin. Anyway. So that's all I had. I'm going to hand it off to Nicholas Starke, who's going to talk about BinaryNinja. While we transition here, go grab another beer, go grab some food. Have a good time.
Let's hear it for Brandon.
Thanks.
Well, after some technical difficulties, my name is Nick Starke. I'm going to be presenting on a binary analysis tool called BinaryNinja. BinaryNinja is marketed as a drop-in replacement for IDA Pro. And if anyone here has ever used IDA Pro or actually just looked at the pricing of IDA Pro, IDA Pro is really expensive. It's like $1,200 for a license that will run 64-bit code. And then the 32-bit version is like $700. It's really, really expensive. BinaryNinja is like $100 for a personal license, and then $400 for a professional license. So they're completely undercutting the IDA Pro market. And so far they're doing a pretty good job in terms of matching up feature sets. The one thing that BinaryNinja does not have that IDA Pro has in excess is a really mature plugin market or scene. There's a lot of plugins that exist for IDA Pro that don't exist for BinaryNinja yet. So what I want to do is just kind of walk through the UI and how it works and what you can do with it. So the first thing I want to show you is the code that I'm working off of. Really simple C program. Checks argv1 for if it's a string that equals test, and it prints test or no test. So really simple program. This is the binary compiled for x86, and I believe this is actually x86. So this is what it looks like. This is the nice little call graph that you get when you load in a binary. Some of the things you can do with it, you can easily switch between your standard hex editor, your strings, and your linear disassembly, which just lets you see step by step what the assembly code does. Some of the other formats it accepts, I'll just go over it. Accepts Windows binaries, Linux binaries, and Mac OS X binaries. And then we'll accept those three across MIPS, ARM32, ARM64, and x86, x64. So these all look a little different, obviously, in the different targets. One of the nice things is you can pull up both target architectures and see really how they differ. That's one way I've used this extensively, is trying to learn assembly language and learn more architectures by just loading them up and taking a look at the differences between the two. And guys, if you have questions, feel free to jump in. We'll make this real interactive. It doesn't have to be formal or anything, because I don't really have too much more. Does anyone have any questions or want to see something in particular? What's up?
Back to earlier, is there a free version?
Yes, there is a free version that only supports 32-bit binaries, and you can't save anything, and it doesn't support MIPS and ARM32, I think.
Can you like step through it as like a debugger?
No, it's just
so static?
pure static analysis.
Okay.
You mentioned that you use this to learn. Can you say a bit more about your process and what you learn and how?
Yeah, so usually it involves this and like GDB. So you actually can step through it at the same time as looking at it. Let's see, which one am I on? I don't know much else to say about that. I mean, without going into GDB I don't know what else to say. Just you look at the two and look at what the instructions are, and look up which instruction does what the arguments to it are, and how they differ between the two call graphs.
If you use a large program file, how would it look like? What would it look
That's a great question. Let's open up one. I'm gonna
a
open.
much more elaborate